It's time for 106 seconds of news on the Fuse.
This is your Fuze News Update in 106 seconds. As the territory's active COVID-19 cases continue to increase daily, now 1,387, government has called a critical stakeholders meeting to discuss the way forward. The Ministry of Health and Social Development and the Health Emergency Operations Center Unified Command will host a stakeholders meeting today, Thursday, January 13th, from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Health Minister Carvin Malone said, "The purpose of the meeting is to inform stakeholders of the current and emerging COVID-19 surge and its impact territory-wide."
It has been looked at in terms of what is the best way forward for the surge. As we are aware, since March 15th, 2021, the global pandemic had been declared. In the months ensuing, we have done all the investments that we could for equipment, buildings, supplies. Now that we have this second surge, we thought fit that before we implement any measures of which would affect the entire territory, because we are now protecting lives and livelihoods. So we wanted to engage. We wanted to engage with our partners. We wanted to engage with key sectors throughout the community. We want to engage with the key sectors to give them an update on what is happening with regards to COVID-19 while providing a forum for them to share their concerns and their suggestions. It will also provide an opportunity for participants to be updated and informed of existing and proposed health protocols and economic measures being considered by government, by cabinet. It is critical that we continue to do this. We want to make sure that we give this opportunity to shareholders to have an input in the way we move forward with the management of COVID-19 pandemic.
And with this latest surge, the Minister of Health said that government and businesses have had to adjust the way they do business as a number of employees have tested positive for the virus. Minister Malone said they cannot continue on this trend, and it is important that they meet with all stakeholders.
We've met with the caucus, we've met with House Assembly members, we are meeting with the medical professionals, we're going to meet with businesses of all types throughout the particular community. They will be invited to join the WebEx. And once all of these views are held, we would counter these with the advice that we have been given from health professionals, from the HEOC, from the public health, community health, from the doctors, from the international agencies, and then we'll see what is best for the British Virgin Islands. But in the interim, what we want to do, because businesses must continue, so what we would like to do and what we have as a matter of policy that will be enacted is that we have a release protocol which we would be putting into effect. For those persons who are quarantined, we would look at the end of 7 days, having them take an antigen test, and then they could be issued a release certificate. Or the persons who are quarantined for 10 days, they can be exempted test and be released based on symptoms and based on the fact that the particular practice have shown that these persons will not be symptomatic anymore. So we then are seeking ways in which we can get businesses to reopen their doors, get the employees back out to work in a safe environment.
For more on this story and other news, visit letsfusevi.com. This has been your Fuse News Update in 106 seconds.